Hey, guys, I wanted to say good morning, but I don't know when you are watching this. So, a good day. Welcome back to my channel. I am Victoria-Monique, and I am here to either help you, assist you back into your full magic, or if you already feel that you're fully into your magical self, to give you some more information from my perspective on how to live and play the game of life. If you'd like to work with me, then check the description. If you do not like to work with me, then you are super welcome too. Today I am speaking about proof of how this reality works. And that at one point it is advisable, or that's my advice, to stop looking for proof and to start trusting that it really works this way. Because when you keep looking for proof that life works the way that Seth and Neville teach us, the way that the Council, Abraham Hicks, Bashar, if you keep looking for proof, then you will keep on looking because you're in a vibration and in a state of not trusting. Needing to have proof all the time means that you are not trusting. That's a very uncomfortable position to be in, and I know that from experience. And it is just a state. You can just as easily, within a couple of seconds, if you still are in need of more practice, then it can take a couple of minutes, a couple of hours, maybe even days, and it is super easy to switch to the state of trusting. I do want to give you a really wonderful recent example from my own life that proves even when you think it's not gonna happen, it can and it will happen. This is an example about a skirt. Yes, people, a skirt, and everything is created the same. So if you think a skirt, that's kind of boring, you may think that. You may think what you want. Okay, so I'll see if I can put an image of the particular skirt here in the video. I'll do that when editing. I was living in Berlin, as some of you might know, and one of my good friends at the time there had gifted me a really nice skirt that looked very good on me. I have to add, it looked and looks very good on me. And at one point I decided to leave Berlin to go on a different adventure. And one of my other good friends, she was so in love with this skirt and she was always frothing over it. So I had decided to gift to her. And actually, at the moment that I did it, immediately after I had done it, let's take a sip of my delicious drink. Immediately after I had done it, I thought, why am I giving away this skirt? It looks amazing on me. I'm actually pretty happy with it. And I was really confused about my doing that. But she was so happy that I was like, no, I'm not going to take it back. She can have the skirt. So she was really, it was so sweet. She was so happy with it. Fast forward a couple of years, now I actually understand. Now that I'm telling you this story, I understand why I gave her the skirt. And I will already give you the reason and then get back to the story. Seth says, and more of the teachers say, that we came here to discover our own power. And we came here like we forgot everything coming into a physical body. And we are here to remember who we really are. powerful conscious creators, and to play with that. We're not here to suffer, we're here to enjoy, to play and to do and to experience and to expand ourselves, others, and the universe. Ourselves, obviously, actually only ourselves, and with that we expand others and the universe. So now I understand that this was part of the plan, because I'm now telling you this amazing story. Okay, my level of understanding is at the point that I know, not only that I understand and intellectually know, but I viscerally know from experience and from feeling that time is simultaneous, and that whenever something doesn't happen, it has nothing to do with linear time having to pass, because there's no linear time. It has to do with my vibrational frequency, and anything can change within a split second just by me changing my frequency. And I have countless examples of this with regards to many things, with regards to men, specific people, men, with regards to friends, family, money, jobs, whatever. So I already know this. So what happened was this. At one point, let's say in linear time, 2 years later or so, I kept thinking of this skirt, of this beautiful, wonderful skirt that looks so good on me, and I feel really feminine in it, and it's just a beautiful skirt, period. And so I messaged this friend and I said, hey, this is a bit weird. And, I'm fine with any answer, so think about it. I would love to have that skirt back because I really miss it. And I gave it to you, and I understand if you do blah, 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 all of that. So I left it with her, and she could have, when she would have said no, then totally fine. If she would say yes, I would be super happy. She also made me a really wonderful face oil that she gave me when she visited me here in Amsterdam a while ago. And so I said to her, it's almost finished, so I would love to order some new from you. And she said, cool, then I'll just package everything at once, because she decided to give the skirt back. She said that she had such a wonderful, amazing time with it, and she gave me all the reasons why. And it was perfect to now give it back to me, and have wonderful experiences with the skirt again. So she sent it, and a week later it hadn't arrived. 2 weeks later it hadn't arrived. 3 weeks later it hadn't arrived. And I thought, okay, this is like, it's gone. Like, it's apparently I'm not supposed to have it. And I was sad and angry, and then I pulled myself out of it, and I was pretty twirled up about it, and I had resistance about it too, which is what twirled up about anything means. It's just resistance, period. And I thought, what the fuck is going on? What am I resisting? How is it that it's not coming? Because I know, or that it hasn't arrived, because I know how it works. I know it has to do with resistance, and it has to do with... And so it's a slippery slope when you're a conscious creator, because, well, it doesn't have to be, but please don't take anything on that doesn't serve you, yeah? Say that to your subconscious always. In my case, this is a slippery slope, conscious creator stuff, because there's a tendency within me, within a version of me, that goes into blame and goes in like, to fuck, you did it wrong, and why did you do this wrong, blah, blah, blah. And I was able to pull myself out of there pretty quickly, and still sometimes it would come up and I would get pissed, and I would think of the skirt and I thought, shit. And you know what? I thought at one point, okay, whatever. I just gave up. I even got in touch before that with the girl who designed and sold the skirt. She sold her store a while ago. Or she stopped her store a while ago. and she didn't have any leftover inventory. So I told you I got it as a gift from my friend, and I know where my friend had bought it. And yeah, I also know this girl, and blah, blah. Okay. She didn't have, and I thought at one point, you know what? Forget it. Never mind. You know where this is going, right? Because you know that I have the skirt. Otherwise, I wouldn't be telling you this story. So now we are in linear time, I don't know, 3-4 months in. Mind you, I've had experiences with packages in Berlin that got lost, that never ever got found again and were destroyed or were with someone else or whatever. Yeah? And actually, knowing what we know about physical reality and how it works, when you don't see something, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist anymore. It just means it's in a vibrational frequency that you're not a match to. That's it. Things can appear out of the blue all the time. The most curious things that you thought you've lost forever can pop up again just by you shifting vibrations. And how they come to you is always a backstory. And we're here in physical reality doing backstories all the time because that's why we came here. So it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing to realize it's a backstory that gives you the reason why something happens. But there is no cause and effect, and there cannot be cause and effect because we live in a simultaneous type kind of world, simultaneous time type kind of world. In any case, there, that was that day. So I have made a really big decision for me, a really big life decision. And I've been going back and forth with it. And at one point, I was like, what is it that I'm not saying yes to this? I will tell you at one point, not now. Why is it that I'm not saying yes to this? And then I worked through it. I said, yes, let's go. And all of a sudden, everything shifted within me because everything is an inside job. You know that, right? Proof is not found on the outside. Proof follows, it doesn't proceed. That's how Neville says, signs follow, they do not proceed. They do not proceed. So, proceed is the word. So it's about the vibration and then things change. It's not about, okay, I'm going to do this and then I get proof. No, you will see the proof automatically, not by you manipulating, because God cannot be mocked. God cannot be mocked. You can pretend that you changed, but if you don't see any change, you haven't changed. That's actually also what Bashar says. Okay, so I made this super big decision. I was really fucking scared and I worked through it. I came out on the other side and I felt elated. I felt free, all of it. Was it that day or the day before? Okay, no, already the day before things started to happen. And the decision was started on a Thursday, let's say, and Friday I worked all the way through it and I was on the other side. So Thursday already things started to happen like really quickly, and it doesn't really make sense for me to explain this to you into detail. You just have to believe me on it. I'm not going to give you examples. So I already felt like, something is going on. This is interesting. Then Friday, I could really feel this surge, right? This change and this change in energy. I had thought of, I want this and this and that to happen, and I believe it will happen. It wasn't even a question, it was a knowing. And yes, it happened. I came home from this happening and there's a package. And I live with multiple people in an apartment building block. And so I assumed actually that it was for someone else. I decided to check anyway, and the package was for me. And I thought, how can this be for me? I didn't order anything. So I kind of then thought, "Ah, maybe this is the skirt." 3 months later, mind you, I ripped the package open, and yes, the skirt, a note from my friend, the face oil, and some old mail that she had collected for me from the time. Yeah. Blah. And I thought, wow. I instantly understood how this was able to happen. It was a resistance that I had released around completely, seemingly completely unrelated topic. But everything is connected because everything comes from me. I am the creator, not of getting the skirt back necessarily, just that. I'm the creator of everything in my inner world being as I want it to be, like calm and magic and peaceful and fun and joy and everything that I wish. And the skirt being in my life experience is a part of the joy and the fun and the magic and the ease and blah, blah, blah. So that's how it was able to happen. And I still am and was over the moon about it. I was certain this was never gonna happen again, and I had made peace with it. I was still annoyed by it, mind you. At times I would feel this twinge of fuck, I want this skirt. What's going on here? Yeah. So what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is it can happen. It can happen. It is happening. And it has to do with, in my case, in my personal reality, with my vibration. In your life, in your personal reality, in your bubble, with your vibration. And vibration can be a bit like, yeah, vibration, what does it mean? Okay. Resistance is another word. If you, like, you know the feeling of, I hate this, I don't like this. And the feeling that you need to cry, or that you just want to punch something, or actually just want to punch something is usually I'm kind of already through the resistance. But this feeling, I feel it in my body, I can feel it in my throat, I can feel it in my stomach, I can feel like certain pains in my physical vessel. And that's resistance. That is what resistance is. And as soon as we release it by saying fuck this or whatever, and you feel this surge of the release of energy and just not caring anymore, that is a change in vibration. And I wasn't affirming at all for this skirt. I wasn't affirming, I have the skirt, I have the skirt. I wasn't imagining myself, well, maybe at times, imagining myself walking around in this skirt. I had fully accepted that the package was lost. I know better than to do that. But still, I did it anyway. Because for me, a skirt and a face oil is not so important to twist my panties up and affirm all day long. Right? And here's also the kicker of it. The things that we are affirming on all day, every day, actually means that you have resistance towards it. Because why do you feel the need to affirm the whole time? You definitely can do it, and I do recommend it to people that I work with. And I've done it, and at times still do it. And I also know that when I have the need to affirm a lot, there is resistance. And resistance is released also in an easier way. So all of this to say, it is already here. It is already yours. And the reason that you don't see it is that you're not in the vibrational frequency of the thing that you're looking to experience. And it can be a thing, a person, an experience, all of it. Because everything is here now. And, and when you have the desire, it is already in your vicinity. It's already a reality for a parallel version of you, because otherwise you would not even be able to pick up on it. Yeah. That's actually it. I thought I'm going to read to you from Neville as well, but I'll do that, and I'll do that in another video. I wish you a beautiful day, and yeah, it's fine that you need proof. Obviously, nothing is ever wrong. And I would also recommend you to believe and to spend maybe some more time within yourself, listening to wonderful lectures like, I haven't listened to her in a while, but you might really enjoy it. Nevolution. I really enjoy Edward Art. Listen to Bashar and just feel, if you feel drawn to, and just feel your vibration shift, because that's actually all that you need at any point in time is a vibrational shift to accept that you already have it now, and to just play with yourself. Just play with yourself. Sounds pretty dodgy, hey? But actually, there's nothing dodgy about it. So play with yourself in any way that you feel called to play with yourself. Yeah, okay. It's time for me to say goodbye. See you in the next. Much love and peace.